Hey everyone, welcome back to Old Charles, the channel where we dive deep into the world of coins, currency, and collectibles. Today we're exploring a coin that's part of a beloved American tradition, the 1981 USA 1-cent coin, also known as the penny. If you're a coin collector or just someone curious about the value of old coins, you're in the right place. So grab a seat and let's dig into the history, value, and what makes the 1981 penny special. The 1981 penny is one of the many pennies produced by the United States Mint, and it's part of a long tradition that started in 1793. Over the years, the design has changed several times, but one thing that has remained constant is its significance as a symbol of American currency. In 1981, the penny featured the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has been a staple on the coin since 1909. This design, by Victor David Brenner, was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side, we find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had been in use since 1959. This was the design for the penny until 2009, when the reverse was changed to honor the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. In 1981, pennies were still made primarily from a copper-plated zinc composition. The coin weighed 2.5 grams and had a diameter of 19 millimeters. However, there were a few changes that took place in the years around 1981. From 1982 onwards, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a mostly zinc core, making the penny lighter and cheaper to produce. But in 1981, the coin still had that classic copper look, which adds a nice touch of nostalgia for collectors. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1981 penny in circulation. The simple truth is that the 1981 penny isn't worth much more than its face value in the average coin jar. If you find a 1981 penny in your pocket, it's still worth just 1 cent. The reason for this is that the penny is produced in such high quantities that it doesn't become a rare item to find. According to recent reports, a single 1981 penny is usually worth 1 cent. However, like many coins, it has potential value in specific situations, especially if it's in excellent condition or has some unique characteristics. So, if it's not worth much in everyday transactions, why would a collector be interested in a 1981 penny? Well, even though the penny itself isn't rare, there are a few factors that can increase its value. For one, condition is everything. Coins that have been well preserved, especially those graded as mint state or MS65 and above, can be worth significantly more than face value. Coins that are in nearly perfect condition with no wear and tear can fetch prices anywhere from 50 cents to a few dollars, depending on the quality and the demand in the market. And if you're lucky enough to find a 1981 penny with a rare mint mark, that could further increase its value. It's an excellent example of the power of introduction and the power of the uncertainties the variables of time and place play. For example, coins that were minted in certain locations, like the San Francisco Mint, might be harder to find and could be worth more. Another thing to keep in mind when collecting the 1981 penny are any special varieties or errors. While the 1981 penny doesn't have as many known major errors as some other years, there are still a few variations worth noting. Look out for any oddities like double die errors or off-center strikes. These kinds of errors can make a coin much more valuable, sometimes going for several dollars or more, depending on the rarity and collector interest. You can start by checking your pocket change or look through rolls of pennies at your local bank. If you're looking to sell your 1981 shops, online marketplaces, or coin shows, remember, the key is in the quality and any special traits your penny might have. The history of the 1981 USA 1-cent coin is tied to the long tradition of the Lincoln penny, which has been in circulation in the United States since 1909. The 1981 penny is part of the larger history of U.S. coinage, and it provides an interesting look at both the economic circumstances of the time and the design elements that have remained consistent for decades. The 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1793, but it was in 1909 when the Lincoln cent, designed by Victor David Brenner, was introduced. This coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, on its obverse. Lincoln's image became an enduring symbol on the penny, and the reverse side initially featured two wheat ears, the wheat penny, symbolizing the nation's agriculture. In 1959, the reverse of the penny was redesigned to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., created by engraver Frank Gasparo. This design lasted until 2008, becoming one of the most recognized designs in American coinage. In 1981, the penny continued to feature the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse side, as it had since 1959, and Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. The coin was struck in copper-plated zinc, and the U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies to meet the needs of everyday transactions. In 1981, the United States was experiencing significant economic challenges, including high inflation and unemployment. The penny continued to play an essential role in the economy, though it was often criticized for its low purchasing power and cost to produce. Despite its limited value, the penny was still necessary in daily commerce, and people continued to use it regularly. Until 1982, the penny was made primarily from a copper-based alloy, with a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. However, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to change the penny's composition starting in 1982, reducing the amount of copper and replacing it with zinc. The 1981 penny remains one of the last years in which the coin was primarily made of copper. In 1981, the U.S. Mint produced the penny at 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The majority of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia, the D Mint mark from Denver, and others having the S Mint mark, which was primarily used for proof coins. The 1981 penny is not considered rare, and in most cases it has only intrinsic value, meaning it is worth 1 cent. However, it is part of the broader collection of Lincoln cents that coin enthusiasts often seek, especially in excellent or uncirculated condition. Coins that are well preserved or have specific errors can increase in value, though this is rare for the 1981 penny. As the years have gone by, there has been ongoing debate about whether the penny should continue to be produced. The rising cost of metal and the low purchasing power of the coin have led many to question its necessity in modern economies. Despite this, the penny remains a part of American coinage. In summary, the 1981 penny is a part of a long history of American coins, especially the Lincoln cent, which has been a symbol of American currency since 1909. Although it has little value in circulation today, the penny carries with it over a century of history, economic significance, and cultural importance. The condition of a 1981 USA 1-cent coin plays a significant role in determining its value. Coins are graded based on their physical appearance over time, which coin collectors and numismatists use a grading system to assess the quality of a coin. For the 1981 penny, as with all coins, the condition can range from poor to mint state. Here's a breakdown of the common grades and what they mean for the condition of a 1981 penny. Coin in poor condition will have heavy wear and may be almost completely worn away. The original design will be faint and there may be significant damage like scratches, discoloration, or dents. A coin in poor condition like a 1981 penny is usually worth face value, 1 cent. These coins typically don't have much appeal to collectors. A good condition coin will have most of its main features visible, but they will be worn. The design is legible, but some finer details, such as hairlines or intricate lines, a 1981 penny in good condition, might fetch slightly more than face value, but it is still not considered a collector's item. Its value will typically remain around 1 to 2 cents. The design is still clearly visible, but the coins show significant wear. Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial are still identifiable, though some finer for a little more than its face value, perhaps around 2 to 5 cents, but it's still not considered rare or highly valuable. A fine coin has moderate wear, but the features are still distinct. The portrait of Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial should be clearly visible, though some details, such as the fine lines in the hair or the pillars of the memorial, might be slightly worn. A fine-grade 1981 penny might fetch around 5 to 10 cents, depending on demand and the specific market conditions at the time. A very fine coin shows only light wear, with most details clearly visible. The features on the coin are sharp, though there may still be minor signs of use. The coin will have a nice, even surface with only slight blemishes or wear. A very fine 1981 penny can be worth a few cents, possibly up to 20 to 50 cents, depending on market conditions and demand for well-preserved coins. An extremely fine coin shows minimal wear. All major details are well-defined, and the coin has a fresh appearance. The high points of the design may show just a hint of wear, but the overall coin still looks almost uncirculated. A 1981 penny in extremely fine condition might fetch anywhere from 50 cents to a couple of dollars, depending on. The state has no signs of wear. It may have a few minor imperfections from the minting process, but no scratches, dents, or significant marks. A coin in this condition will be as close to its original state as possible. Coins graded MS65 or higher will show a flawless appearance, with no noticeable flaws. The value of a 1981 penny in mint state can range from $1 to several dollars if it is in excellent condition and has been graded MS65 or higher. Coins with special mint marks or rare variations could have even higher value. If a 1981 penny is a proof coin with an S mint mark, or if it has an unusual or rare error, the condition becomes even more important. A high-grade 1981 penny with a special mint mark or error can be worth more than any other penny. A 1981 penny with a mint error, such as a double die or off-center strike, can attract higher value among collectors, especially if the error is significant. In summary, the condition of a 1981 penny significantly impacts its value. Experts disagree on how many pennies a penny can carry. While most circulated 1981 pennies will only be worth their face value,